Wild NFL trade proposal sees Falcons bring back former third-rounder for Kirk Cousins. Cody Benjamin of CBS Sports has proposed an insane 4-team trade that would see the Atlanta Falcons bring back a former third-round pick in exchange for Kirk Cousins. The Atlanta Falcons did not trade quarterback Kirk Cousins during the offseason. He is now slated to be the backup to quarterback Michael Penix Jr., who is in his second year as the signal caller. But if the Falcons still want to consider trade possibility for Cousins, Cody Benjamin of CBS Sports proposed an absolutely wild trade idea involving the veteran quarterback on Monday. Benjamin proposed the Falcons trade Cousins to the San Francisco 49ers in a 4-team trade that also involves the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. In return, the Falcons would receive center Matt Hennessy and a 2026 fifth-round draft pick from the Saints. The trade also had the 49ers sending Brock Purdy to the Dolphins and Miami sending Tua Tagovailoa to the Saints. Here are the full details of the trade. 49ers receive QB Kirk Cousins from Falcons, 2026 second-round pick from Dolphins, 2026 third-round pick from Saints. Dolphins receive QB Brock Purdy from 49ers. Saints receive QB Tua Tagovailoa from Dolphins. Falcons receive Matt Hennessy from 49ers, 2026 fifth-round pick from Saints. The 49ers just paid Purdy, true, but we know Kyle Shanahan has an affinity for his old pal Cousins. And we know Cousins is currently bummed, awaiting an opportunity as Atlanta's number 2. The swap from Purdy to Cousins may be a downgrade in 2025, but adding a couple of early-round picks could help San Francisco replenish its greater infrastructure, Benjamin wrote. The same could be said for the Falcons regarding the draft capital they would receive in the proposed trade. While they would lose quarterback depth without Cousins, they would gain a draft pick from a rival in a draft where Atlanta could use more picks across the board. The Falcons would also get back Hennessy, whom Atlanta selected 78th overall in the third round of the 2020 NFL Draft. Hennessy was with the Falcons from 2020 to 2023 and then returned to Atlanta on the team's practice squad last year before the 49ers signed him to their active roster. Ryan Newsel would likely remain Atlanta's starting center, even with Hennessy on the roster, but the Falcons would have more depth on the interior offensive line in 2025. More importantly, they would get off of Cousins' contract. The big problem the trade poses for the Falcons is that Atlanta would be helping the Saints get a major upgrade at the quarterback position. The Miami Dolphins might want to move on from Tagovailoa for various reasons, but a left-handed quarterback would make the Saints immediately relevant in 2025. The Falcons would have to think twice before being part of a deal that helps New Orleans so much. NFL fans should keep in mind, however, that Benjamin's trade proposal has very little chance of ever happening. The point of Benjamin's article seemed to be to name 5 outlandish trades that are more fun to read than they are realistic. The Atlanta Falcons are facing a $180 million problem, and his name is Kirk Cousins. After signing the veteran to a massive contract, they shocked the NFL by drafting a successor, Michael Penix Jr., just weeks later. Now, with Penix taking over the starting role, the Falcons are stuck with the league's most expensive backup, and their trade options have all but vanished. The situation is tense. As Bleacher Report noted, General Manager Terry Fontenot can't be thrilled about paying $27.5 million to his QB2. Cousins himself has admitted his frustration, stating that if he'd known Atlanta was drafting a quarterback, he might have never left Minnesota. He's a premier player trapped in an untenable situation. But now, a wild 4-team blockbuster trade proposed by CBS Sports offers a potential escape hatch. The complex deal would send Kirk Cousins to the San Francisco 49ers. In return, the Falcons would receive center Matt Hennessy and, most importantly, complete freedom from Cousins' contract. The proposal also involves Brock Purdy heading to the Dolphins and various draft picks changing hands. For the 49ers, it's a chance for Coach Kyle Shanahan to finally unite with a quarterback he's long admired. For Cousins, it's a golden opportunity to start for a Super Bowl contender. But for the Atlanta Falcons, this trade would be the ultimate reset button. They would instantly solve their biggest financial headache and fill a critical need on the offensive line by acquiring Hennessy, a player they need for just a $2 million cap hit. It would be a masterstroke for the front office, turning a potential disaster into a strategic victory by shedding a massive contract and improving the roster simultaneously. Is this complex? 4 teams shuffle the perfect solution to Atlanta's quarterback conundrum? Let us know what you think in the comments. This proposal might seem like a fantasy, but for a team desperate for a solution, it could be the most realistic and beneficial path forward.